What up, y'all? The Jeff Wilson. Hit on Jeff Does What today. I'm going to do something a little different. I don't do a lot of, and I want to start showing you more and more on what I do throughout the day of work here in my shop. I think it's real informative. It can show you a lot of different things on what we actually do here. And today, since we got this new Monport in here, I'm going to focus on it, showing you all what all we can make with it. Now, as y'all remember, last week we got this Monport 100 watt CO2 beast of a laser. Like I said, I got this because I was needing a lot more powerful laser than some of my diodes, something that's a lot quicker and that will work more along with a high production shop than the smaller diodes can do. Granted, there's nothing wrong with them diodes. They're great lasers, but some of them can be a little more finicky when you're trying to do a lot of bulk items, or if you're trying to run the same thing over and over and over and over. And at the speed these CO2s can do, it's a whole lot faster and quicker than some of the diodes. Granted, diodes have came a long way since I first got into lasering, but where my time works best is on these CO2s. The diodes stay running all the time here in the shop as well, but generally most time that's more for a lot of my pictures or imaging stuff, where if I have bulk, something I need to repeat it several hundred times over, I'm going to that CO2. Now y'all just sit back, relax, hit that like button, and let's watch more on this Monport 100 watt CO2 laser. All right, y'all. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to bust out the new Monport today, and I'm going to show you how I run production in my shop. Start things off with, we got some high bond leather. Now, I have a handful of patches that we sell on my website that I'm needing to restock because I have some customers that are coming in to buy some for their FFA team. So let's get this all set up and show you how well it works. Now y'all just sit back, relax, hit that like button, and let's watch more on this Monport 100 watt CO2 laser. So to start things off, we have my cow print leather patch. We have this all set up. I do use little magnets to help hold down my leather. That way I know it's not going to move anywhere, and just to make it a lot stronger at staying in place. And actually, these little magnets, they work great. Now after this finish run, I let it sit here for a few minutes, turn my laser switch off. That way the air can still suck whatever it out. I still need to upgrade the exhaust on here because I want some, I got the fan in already. I just haven't had a chance to get it all plumbed in because I want to do a little more complex system than what I initially was going to do on here, but that's for a whole nother story. But that's the money shot right there. We want to take these over to another station, get them all cleaned up, and get them pressed on some hats. Now the next step in this process, I use LA Totally Awesome. I get this at the Dollar Tree, $1.25 a bottle, and just some cheap microfiber rags. Do a quick spray, wipe it down, make sure to get the edges. Never forget the sides. And now that that's all cleaned up, you can see the work that Monport did on this. Nice, clean lettering. Everything's all crisp. These will be ready for some hats in just a second. Let me get the others cleaned up, and then we'll press these on some hats. Now with this, there's a few different ways to apply these patches. We could sew them on, rivet them on. Since this has that nice high bond glue, we're going to glue these on. Like I said, I've never had any issues with these pulling off. It's extremely strong and works out real well. First thing I do, I just heat up the back of the patch a little bit to give it a little flexibility. Be real careful. I don't recommend this unless you know exactly what you are doing. We'll pull off our backing. We'll take our hat. We'll get it lined up, all centered where we like it. Make sure to have a good cover. And then we press it. Like I said, I'm using a V4 hat heat press. Like I said, I'm set at 340 with 20 seconds. I've never had any issue with that. Like I said, and that's just through me doing a lot of testing on here to see what settings I like the best. And for this heat press, that's what works best for me. Now, other heat presses, it can be different. Even this same heat press can be different from them, whatever you have compared to mine. So take that in mind. Always do a lot of testing. I've done lots of testing. I've pressed several thousand hats with this hat press, so I know exactly what it's going to be doing. But there we go. We have one nice hat down. Like I said, now if you like this hat, I do sell these at jeffdoeswhat.com or texaslaserworks.com. Links in the description. And like I said, if you're wanting to bulk buy these for your store or school, like I said, I'm doing a lot of these for the Longview FFA meat team. So I do offer bulk discounts. Just message me at that email address right there. It's sales at texaslaserworks.com, and we can make some stuff happen. And there we have it. Some nice leather patches made on our brand new Monport laser. Now, throughout the day, I am running all sorts of different projects on my lasers. This 100 watt right here is going to be able to handle just about anything I want to throw at it. Now, with me being a custom shop where I make everything custom per customer, just don't tell them what I'll have on here from 1 minute to the next. This next job we have for y'all, I need to cut out some acrylic for a hat bar here in town. So let's get some acrylic loaded up and show y'all what I'm going to create. Now for this next job, I have some 4mm glitter acrylic. We're going to get this all loaded in, leveled up, and watch it cut some acrylic on this Monport 100 watt. Now, as you're changing out materials, do not forget to focus your laser, which this makes it extremely easy. Now, if you notice, it pushes up into that collar right there so you don't have anything extra hanging off. It makes it so simple at getting this all lined up in here for that purpose. Now, as we're framing, we want to make sure we have as least waste as possible on here, because acrylic can get fairly expensive. And with that auto trace, makes it nice and easy to make sure we're not going to mess up, because we have a nice outline to know where we are working. Now, as far as this job, cutting that out was just part one. What I'm essentially going to make is a hat bar sign. And like I said, this is going to go above a rack, and that way they can just slide this in and show off what they create. So they can just slide this in and display their hat bar they have going on. And which is a real cool concept that Stitches by Kathleen's doing. She has a whole bunch of random patches. Even some of my leather patches will be off in there. And you just go through and pick whatever patches you want and place them on their hats. And this is the sign, the display sign for the hats. Now, I had a customer in here. He was buying one of my hats we just made 2 clips ago. He also wants one of my meat temperature cutting boards. So we have this nice thick bamboo cutting board. We're gonna load off into the Monport and get it engraved out. Now, as you watched, you saw, this had no issues engraving this out. Now this right here took a whole 16 minutes. Granted, I got to rerun this. Not that the engraving's bad, I just got it off center and I don't want to give that my customer that way. So, cost me 16 minutes, but overall, still nice. Quick little engraving cutting board. That way someone can display this in their kitchen with the exact temps of everything they need as far as cooking temps. Or if you're out there by the grill and you're not sewing at grills weekly like I do, sometimes you might need help knowing what temps what. I always have something like this to look at. Like I said, this is also for sale on Jeff Does What or TexasLaserWorks.com. Now, we're just barely getting into the day. You've already seen me knock out 3 quick little projects. Let's keep on rolling. Like I said, we're not even 2 hours into our work day yet. And most of the time, we're trying to finish by about 4. So we got a full 8 hours of working out here. Let's move on to the next project. Now, as we keep moving on through these projects for today, this next one we got, I have some shot glasses. Like I said, these are shot glasses that I picked up online, and I do a lot of cruises, and quite a few of my customers do cruises as well, and they wanted some custom shot glasses. Let's get some knocked out for them. Now, the very first thing we got to do after we get the glasses cleaned, we got a marking spray on here. That's to help this glass to get a better engraving and overall look better in the end. Now we have this all lined up. I just got a basic jig in here so I can repeat this fairly easy with each shot glass. Granted, I only have 4 of them to do, but still, anytime you can save time and make a more consistent product, the better the outcome in the end. Well, as we were running them, we got them all done up nicely, and in the process of it, I realized I had another set, so I ended up running them as well for another customer. These right here, they took about 2 minutes a piece to run, and that's setting them up on the laser, make sure everything's lined up, hitting engrave, and then engraving. So you're talking 2 minutes a piece at the most once you have your jig and all set up. So it's a quick, easy job to do. Now, this right here, if I had more of them and I wasn't trying to film or anything like that, I could probably actually knock out a box of 50 in about an hour and a half. And that's just me running and going. And if I wanted to go big, I could make a jig that holds multiples in there. But it's just as easy to run one at a time. Just keep swapping them. By the time it's all said and done, by the time to load the next one, I have these ones clean. All you gotta do is wipe them off with the baby wipe, and that spray comes right off. I do recommend the baby wipes from Sam's Club. Extremely cheap, and they work great at cleanup on stuff, and you're not having to spend a whole lot of money on them. I wish they'd send me several cases because I go through them things like crazy. Try to get you a good picture of this. It's a little hard, but it's nice, good, clean lines. I do a lot of these, and this Monport will definitely make this a lot easier on me, so I'm not having to set up just some big, massive laser. As we keep chugging along, next thing we got is tumblers. Like I said, I don't have a whole lot of these to do, and I like these leather wrap tumblers. Let's get one knocked out real quick. Now we have this all changed out. We have our roller installed. We have it plugged in back there. Got it all lined up. Now this does have some adjustments. We got there to raise it up and down, and then we got our slider right there to make sure we get it in good position on the cup. Now we had a great outcome on this cup right here. Like I said, this cup right here took a whole 3 minutes and 40 seconds on the laser engraver. So you're roughly talking about 4 to 5 minutes per cup on here. If you're really cranking them out, you're 20 an hour on here for something small like this. Great, easy way to make a little bit of money here and there. And these leather wrapped cups, great seller for us here at Texas Laser Works. I really like these. Now this Monport 100 watt CO2 laser has been doing great today here in our shop. I'd like to show y'all more on here, but I actually gotta get busy doing some artwork and I got to go make a few deliveries. But you are going to see a lot more of this because I'm going to try to start doing more and more projects on there. And this little laser is going to be a great workforce for what we're trying to do as far as moving forward with the channel and business in general up here at my shop. Like I said, I can't complain one bit. Like I said, I had no issues at all today running this Monport, and it's just such a great laser. Like I said, it's nice and it's small, but not too small. I can run just 90% of the stuff I want on here with no issue. Granted, when you get to the big stuff, it does have pass-throughs if you want to run it that way, because there is a 4-way pass-through on there. So this right here will fold down in the front. There's a slide over here on the side, and like I said, the back also has one of these as well. So it's something to think of if you're trying to run bigger stuff. So size isn't too much of a factor, because you can always sit there and register your item and engrave something or cut something, slide it, set it up, run the next part of it, slide it, set it. So endless possibilities as far as that goes. Now this 100 watt laser has been great for us. You watch us engrave on glass, you watch us cut and engrave leather, cut on acrylic, and like I said, it's going to engrave on that acrylic as well. We've done wood projects on here. This little machine is great for any of that. Now, like I said, if you're wanting to buy one, I do have an affiliate link down below. It's what helps support this channel, because I want to be able to buy more lasers and do more stuff, and just to show y'all what all lasers can do to help you and your business, as well help my channel grow in the process. So that's something to think about. If you're wanting to buy one of these, click that affiliate link. Like I said, it definitely helps the channel out. Now, if you really want to help the channel out as well, be sure to subscribe, hit that like button, comment below, just anything in general. Anything to help interaction between the channel, to help YouTube know, hey, more people like this, want to see more of this, help share it around. Like I said, we're a little over 11,000 subscribers on here right now. My goal is to eventually one day hit that 1 million. I don't know if that will ever happen, but hey, got to keep trying. Got goals to look forward to. As we keep going, y'all take it easy.